Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, Part 11, Episode 8 of the Timeline, February 26, 2025. After these past 2 days, I need to regroup. I need to clear my mind and I need to reset myself. I took some time to drive around the lake. I'm listening to music and watching the surroundings. I park, I eat, and I take the views in. Then my phone rings. My friend needs a few things done, so I drive to the country. I'm keeping busy, refocusing myself, and I'm feeling better now. When I finish with my friend, I drive home, and after I see the message this evening of our podcast apps approving the episode, knowing that the episode airs, I said good night. February 27th, 2025. Thank you, God, for giving me this day and every day. Before I did much else today, I went to the cemetery. At 12:47 p.m., I'm visiting with Wyatt. I take a picture of his area and headstone. The next picture, Madison pulls up in Wyatt's area. She came to visit too. A little later, we went to visit Megan. The first picture I take is a full view picture of Babyland 6th West area. Megan's flowers are here. In the second picture, it's of the southeast headstone, the rock headstone, and on west to other headstones and onto the Mother Mary statue. Two of the new headstones set in this area are in the south of this picture. There are also headstones to the north. The third picture is of Megan's area close up. The picture includes the existing tree, the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign east of the tree, where it has always stood even through the floodwaters. As pictures show, Megan's flowers are stuck in the ground west of the tree, and the picture also shows 4 headstones that are dislocated. In the fourth picture, it shows branches in the tree and a flock of birds sitting. In the next picture is of more than a few birds flying away. The sixth picture is of the tree branches again, with now only 2 birds still sitting. In the seventh picture, it's taken from the northeast of the tree. There are headstones to the south and to the north. In the eighth picture is of the full view of Babyland 6th West area from the electrical pole to just north of the tree. The ninth picture is taken from the south of the small newly set-in drain to the black and white Babyland sign, to the double headstones, to the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, to the tree, onto Megan's flowers, and onto headstones in the west and the newly set-in headstone. Headstones also to the north and to the south. In the next picture, it's taken from just south of the tree to the north, where the north tree sat. Madison and I sit to visit Megan a little longer, and then we leave to get lunch. We enjoy the afternoon together until Madison went home and I went home too. February 28, 2025. Busy night and long day, but every bit of it is so worth it. When I finally make it home tonight, a little after 10 p.m., I'm happy to be home, but I'm deliriously happy for being involved. And that's all for today. March 1st, 2025. This morning, I have so much to be thankful for. I'm so grateful. Before I get started on writing an episode, I went to the cemetery. I visit with Wyatt, I visit with Megan. As I pull out of the cemetery, I'm thinking I'm going to go home and start to write and then go visit Madison afterward. So I did. When I finish writing about 3:16 p.m., I leave to go see Maddie. My two grandbabies went with me, and I'm happy they did. We had a good visit, and then we leave and went to my house. My grandbabies will be visiting me today and tomorrow. March 2nd, 2025. Thank you, God. Thank you for everything. I'm spending the day with my grandbabies, and I do know I have writing to do, but I'm hoping I can write some this evening after the kids leave, and if not, I can finish the writing tomorrow on Monday and hopefully record. We will see. March 3rd, 2025. This morning is exactly what I said I would do. I'm writing the rest of the episode and then to time it and reread it. Will I record today? I don't know. But there's always tomorrow. And there's always another but. I did finish the writing. I did reread and time it. And I did start to record at 12:47 p.m. By 3:35 p.m., I'm done. I'm re-listening and scheduling it, and I thank God. March 4th, 2025. Because of getting the episode recorded yesterday, I went to the cemetery today, a drive-through. I did not bring my phone, but I will go home to get it before going to the country. After visiting Wyatt and Megan for some time, I just sit in the car parked on the street between Megan and Wyatt. There is one other car here, and that's okay with me. After some time, the other car leaves, and a few minutes later, I leave too. I went home, I get the phone, and I head to the country. When I arrive, I clean first, then I help my friend with his bills. Then we go to the stores. A few hours later, we finish. I help him put his groceries away, and I leave to go home. When I arrive, I thought, I'm going to relax. March 5th, 2025. The episode airs tonight, and I'm thankful for that. On this day, since I'm not busy in the country, and I need to get out of the house to just sit back and relax. So I went to visit a friend that lives about 40 minutes away. It's not all that warm out, but the skies are clear. When I arrive, she has hot cocoa made. Not the kind out of the package, but the good old homemade hot cocoa. We visit as we drink the cocoa and catch up with our daily lives. We laugh, and we even have tears in our eyes too, telling our stories, our catch-ups. But then one of us would say to the other, okay, no crying. There's no room for tears here today. Only hot cocoa. And we'd laugh. I'd wave my hands in front of my face and tell her, I know, and we'd cheer our cups together, laughing. It is a good visit, and I believe we both needed it. I enjoyed the visit, and then I leave and head home. When I get home, I cook some dinner, I eat and relax, thinking in my mind about my afternoon. March 6, 2025. Thank you, God. I start my day to clean. It looks dreary outside, so I'm staying in to get the bedrooms and the bathrooms cleaned. When I finish and I clean up, I go to the cemetery. At 4:08 p.m., I pull up to Wyatt's area. I take a photo of his area from the street before I walk over. The next picture is of his headstone with the red and white flowers in his base. After I visit with Wyatt, I went back to the car and I pull around to visit Megan. And wow, in the first picture, you can tell the water has sat on the ground. There are puddles, and in the second picture, it looks a mess the closer I get. The third picture, taken just south of the electrical pole, puddles of water laying in the grounds of Babyland 6th West. In the fourth picture, it's a closer view of picture 3. The fifth picture is a full view area picture of Babyland 6th West between the electrical pole and the tree. In the sixth picture, it's taken from the east of the southeast headstone to the rock headstone. And looking at this for another piece of proof, this southeast headstone should not line up in a row with the rock headstone. The rock headstone always sat west of the tree and east of Megan, and the southeast headstone used to sit southeast of this same tree, the existing tree. Then the picture shows headstones to the west and then the Mother Mary statue. The seventh picture shows the double headstone east of the existing tree and then on to the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign. On to the tree. This is the same sign that has always sat east of the south tree, which is the existing tree. The blue and white Babyland 6th West sign has been in this same location even through the floodwater that moved the headstones in 2015, as pictures show before and after. There are headstones to the west, to the south, and the north. In the eighth picture, it's from the newly set-in drain, set in 2019, onto the black and white Babyland sign, to the double headstones that also sit in the wrong location, onto the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, to the tree, to a puddle of water right now. Because with the water laying all over, I just can't believe Megan's flowers. Megan's flowers were put here, but then gets removed. There are headstones to the south of Megan's area, but should sit north of Megan's area, and again, as pictures show. Then on to the newly set-in headstone west of Megan's area, and headstones to the north. Then, of course, the next picture is taken just south of the tree to the north area, and we already know what should sit there. I sit in the car to visit. I then take a picture in front of me, north of me, because there are puddles of water further north too. Then I take another photo of the north area of the tree, the existing tree. The pictures also shows a portion of the big rusty drain, and this picture can be compared to pictures taken in 1999, the day of Megan's funeral. The big drain that the big brown headstone used to sit west of, but now the big brown headstone sits just north of the same tree, the existing tree, and on the south side of the east-west street, and not where it should sit. It used to sit west of the big rusty drain and east of the north tree, as pictures show. In the 10th picture, it's taken from the north to the south of Babyland 6th West area. And wow, wow is all I can say. And then, oh my gosh, in the 11th picture, I did a reenactment picture of the day of Megan's funeral, and minus the people who attended, the north tree, and headstones not in their correct location, this is exact picture of the day of Megan's funeral, with the tree being the south tree and the electrical pole. Compare the pictures. The 12th picture is of the same, and then the next two pictures are of the sun trying to poke through the clouds above the tree lines and the wires. I said a few more minutes, and then I met Madison at the store. When I get home, I'm on the phone and I see a message that I can reply to, so I looked into it and I thought, why not? So I wrote, yes, how do I put this in short term? I have been dealing with an issue of floodwaters moving headstone in a cemetery. The city is in charge, but back in 2015, when it was acknowledged and told, so much has been done on their end and not in the right moves and not even in a humane way. Cemeteries need attention too. I have reached out. I tell Megan's story to whomever will listen. Please listen. Please help. And I thank him, of course, and I sent the message. March 7th, 2025. A beautiful day today. It's in the 70s, so I pack a small picnic lunch and I take a drive. At times, going for a drive and listening to the music can and will rejuvenate oneself. I know it works for me. Hours later, I drive home to at least write or try to write an episode for this next week. When I set the pen down this evening, I am all but 6 pages done writing, and that does help take some stress away too. March 8, 2025. Thank you, God. I did finish the 6th page I had left to write. I haven't reread it or timed it, but I may later. When I get back from the country, a little bit of cleaning needs to be done, and I'm here for a few hours, and then I leave to get home. When I arrive, I sit to relax. At 12:06 a.m., I get up to go to bed after falling asleep in the chair, and that is very unusual for me. March 9th, 2025. This morning, before I did anything, I drive through the cemetery. The skies are clear and it's peaceful here. I visit with Megan and Wyatt for quite some time. When I leave the cemetery, I went to the store and then home. When I get home, I reread and time the episode. It's about 2.5 minutes short of time, not long enough to record, so I start to write more. When I finish, I reread and time it, and it is now long enough to record. March 10th, 2025. This morning I clean. I finish laundry from over the weekend, and then I start dinner to let it simmer on low. When I start to record, and boy oh boy, I record. On the 7th try, I finally get it. I sit and I hold my hands over my face and I sit and cry. When I finally calm myself, I scheduled the episode. And all I can say is everyone have a good night. March 11th, 2025. Such a busy day of going out to eat. I first go to breakfast with a friend and then shopping. And a little later this evening, I went to dinner with Madison. I am then treated to a manicure, and I so appreciate it. When we finished, Madison and I went to the cemetery. At 7:50 p.m., I pull up to Wyatt and I snap a photo of his area. We can't walk on the grounds because it is wet and, of course, flooded in Babyland 6th West. The drains in this area was fixed in 2019, August 2019 to be exact, and yet it's still doing what caused the problem of the headstones being moved in 2015, May 7th, 2015 to be exact. In this first picture, the electrical pole is in the middle of the picture, water laying all over. In the second picture, it's taken more south, and the electrical pole sets in this picture to the north. It looks to have tire tracks in the grass, and the water fills the tracks. In the third picture, the electrical pole is in the center of the picture, flooded. The fourth picture does show tire tracks in the grass. It shows south of the electrical pole to the branches of the tree, the existing tree. The tracks stretch across Babyland 6th West area. The fifth picture, the electrical pole light is on, and this picture shows the pole to the tree. Puddles of water lay in this area too. The sixth picture is of the southeast headstone to the rock headstone onto headstones in the west and the Mother Mary statue. In the seventh picture, it shows Megan's area west of the existing tree. Megan has no flowers, but there is water laying on the grounds. The eighth picture shows the existing tree to the north, also puddles of water in this picture. In the ninth picture, it's taken from the north of the existing tree, showing headstones west of the tree and also puddles of water. And in the 10th picture, showing the area west of the tree and where Megan's flowers are stuck in the ground, or should be, I should say. You can visualize the water in the grass. It's just another day of you cannot get close enough to visit a loved one because of all the water that lays in the ground, and it can't be safe. So we have to stand on the street. And how many has been told that? We soon leave the cemetery, I take Madison home, and then I go home. And thank you for this day. Thank you for listening. Stay kind with your words.